The Forever Alone Filmmaking Podcast is brought to you by no one. Because nobody gives a fuck if you make your films or not. That's why you've got to go out and make them on your own, pimp.
Alright, welcome to another episode of the Forever Alone Filmmaking Podcast. Jimmy Screamer Claus and myself, we're discussing keystream money to protect the president. But we'll talk about more relevant topics.
We'll try.
So me and
It
Jimmy,
often derails.
we were trying to break down rendering mysteries. Jimmy's rendering the movie, and he has a shot of a little girl in a room, and it's taken how many hours?
Let me open it again. It's been rendering for 10 hours and 47 minutes, and estimated time left is 26 hours and 36 seconds, and it's only 189 frames, so it's on the 76th frame right now.
Now you might say, why would a shot of a little girl in a room be taking so long to render? So my initial idea is, well, is there any reflection materials, any transparency, so that maybe the rays are bouncing around in there? And Jimmy says no.
It's literally like the least fanciest shot you can imagine. It's just a little girl sitting at a desk in a room with nobody else. No, like there's not even decorations. It's just like a little girl in a classroom by herself.
So if you wanted to break something like this down and figure out exactly what is taking forever to render, because this shit happens sometimes, what do you do?
I mean, honestly, the only thing it could possibly be is that I have an area light with an area shadow. But, I mean, I've been rendering the same classroom all week with full of, 10 students at a time and a teacher. And this is just like, a cutaway close-up. I picked like 3 students from the class or whatever, and I was like, I'll just, render 200 frames or whatever of them for something to cut to. So I just started this shot overnight because at night on my workstation computer, I just put like, 2 or 3 little shots that I know are really quick so that they can finish by the time I wake up. And this was one of last night's selections, and apparently it was not a good selection to choose.
Yeah, sometimes.
So, like, I'm sitting here looking at it. I'm like, do I stop it or do I just let it run its course?
What are you going to do?
I don't know. Then you called. So I didn't have to make a decision.
And now I'm going to intervene. Like, Jimmy, stop it. Jimmy, stop it.
I'll probably just stop it and then start it again, I guess. I don't know.
Stop the render.
I'm looking at my task manager, and it's apparently using 100% of my CPU usage and 66% of my physical memory.
Oh, man, that's going to kill the power bill.
I guess. I don't know. I haven't had a power bill since February,
Jimmy
so I'm not ready to
even give a shit.
But this is the last month I get free electricity. I'm not even sure how this happened, honestly. Like, my electric bills are like $300 or $400 a month, and then all of a sudden in January they're like, "Oh, you overpaid $1,000 last year or something." So I haven't paid them any money since February.
Damn, yeah, that's a big consideration. I mean, if you have a shot sitting around like that, like, hopefully, you wouldn't have too many, because then the power bill is going to go through the roof. So to isolate those things, usually what I would do is, like, if there's a bunch of different elements in the scene, like a character, a set, prop, whatever, just paste them into new scenes and try rendering them on their own to try to isolate them. And if you can't, and then turn their textures on and off, and then that's kind of a way you can go to isolate what the thing is. And sometimes I found to solve that, like, if it's a bunch of objects and for some reason they're taking forever, then I'll, like, connect them, do connect and delete, and make them all one. Sometimes that happens. If it's like weird shadow shit.
I think this one has to be some sort of shadow stuff.
Yeah,
there's nothing else in it.
Don't area lights I've never used those, take longer to render than the regular ones?
Yeah, they usually do, but I really like the way the shadows come out when I use them. And especially because I'm doing this mostly in black and white, and it just really brings out the black and whites when I use the area shadows.
And I saw a recent frame from Jimmy's new movie, and it looks dope.
Thank you.
I thought it was like cell shaded or something fancy, and he's like, "That's straight out the render, bitch."
I didn't do anything to it. I didn't even put the depth on it yet.
With Z-blur.
Yeah, the Z-blur.
So, because me and Jimmy had to sit down talk, Jimmy sat me down and he's like, "You really need to start rendering, son." And I was like, "But Dad, I'm scared of rendering. What if it errors out?" And you're like, "Sometime it does error out. And you just got to spray the errors all over its face. And then you just keep going, okay."
Okay, Jeremy.
So,
and then here I am rendering one stupid shot for 30 hours.
I'm like, Dad, you said rendering was safe. It's fine, son. It's fine. So I started rendering too, and I fucking rendered the same shot like 3 times already because I did it once, and then I'm using a new lip sync technique using the sound effector, and when you save your files, you go to render. If you're missing an audio file, it doesn't error out like you're missing a texture. So when you save it to the render server, it doesn't collect the audio file. So then it rendered this like fucking 20-second shot with the characters' mouths not moving. I was like, oh, and then I rendered it again, and then I use a surface spread. You know that plugin?
Yeah.
For the trees, and it has this thing to speed up the viewport where you can say things that are not seen by the camera, make them invisible, right? So that it automatically turns them off and on. But then if the camera's moving, like you see them pop on and off, tick, 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 in the corners of the screen. So and I have to go through and render it again with that turned off, and hopefully the third time's a charm. But it looks fucking cool. So
surface spread is better than just using the regular cloner?
Yeah.
So for that purpose, or does it do anything else too?
Well, to distribute stuff, I find it's way better because you can control shit's distribution by altitude. So like if you're putting trees on mountains, you can have it so the trees won't go up to a certain height. And also they'll be limited by the angle, so they won't fucking try to go on like a 90-degree slope or whatever you set. So it's better for getting more natural stuff for trees and shit like that, I found. And it has those performance filters and a bunch of different algorithms for like randomizing it. So I find it's way faster and makes shit look more realistic with less work.
I used it in a couple early shots in the movies when I was, what did I do with it? Oh, I cloned a whole bunch of birds eating on the ground. And I mainly used it because I thought I'd be able to offset the animation because I can't do that with the regular cloner because they're poser characters. But it didn't end up working anyway, so I just went back to using the regular cloner.
Yeah, for reference, because I was trying that shit too, and then I found out if you want to offset an animation using a cloner or a surface spread, you have to bake the keyframe data to all the joints. Like if it's using IK or any fancy system, it won't work. It has to be like baked keyframes on whatever geometry's moving.
Yeah, I can bake poser characters, but if they have motion capture animation on them, that literally takes a whole day to bake one character, so it's just not time effective for me.
Because it puts a million keys on everything.
And it blows the file up to like many gigs per character.
Well, I have an incoming call.
Uh-oh.
What do I do? Will it record both of them?
Who is it?
It's Flynn, who we're going to have on the show today anyway. Let's see if I can add him here. Hey, Flynn. Hello? Hello?
You
see his
I see his picture.
We can see his picture, but we can't hear him. That was kind of cool. We had like a surprise guest, but we can't hear him. Okay, well, we'll just wait until we hear something.
Maybe he's just trying to listen to us.
Hello?
Hello, Flynn.
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good. We're just recording the podcast right now. We just added you to the podcast.
Oh,
how you doing, man?
I interrupted the podcast.
Well, it's a welcome interruption. So, our guest today is Flinnsane, an animator out there in the UK, who is always giving me is always giving me advice on what I should be doing, but I'm not because I'm a jerk off. You too, right, Jimmy?
You do email me from time to time.
Oh, Jimmy, I don't know advice to give you. It's just like...
Thanks, Mom.
So now you got us both here. So now's your chance to be like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Look, do this, do that. Don't do this. What the hell?
What the hell, man? Shit. I don't know. Do you want to ask me a question, or do you want me to just start ranting from number one?
Why don't you tell us what you're up to and where you're from and what you're doing, Flynn? Let everybody know.
Shit. I was going to save this till next week, man. I need to get my shit sorted.
Well, save that other bit. We'll have you back for that. But, excluding the promotional thing that you want to promote, just a general introduction.
Okay. Fuck.
So you're an animator.
Yes.
And you made the animation of the only animation of the podcast, by the way. People
Yes.
have
Yes.
probably seen that.
I was very bored one weekend, and I decided, why not? When I listened to that podcast, I pissed myself laughing. So I went, oh yeah, that has to be an animation.
About
And it's Christmas as well, so you can't say no.
It was a Tim Allen, Santa Claus movie. So what we're talking about?
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah. So, what are you working on right now, or what's your thing, your big idea, Flynn, that you're pushing through, perhaps?
Oh my god, man, you have no idea how many things I'm juggling with. Literally, I'm juggling with so many different projects. What over here?
Well, why are you doing that? You're going to drive yourself Flinnsane.
You're so fun.
That happens to be Flynn's Skype handle, so it was a great pun by me.
Well, I'm just trying to get my shit sorted at the moment, because this is the advice I've been trying to get you, right? You're literally a one-man army, okay? And I want you to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. So you've just arrived on Earth. You can do anything you want, okay? You take your time to learn everything and anything.
Okay.
But when it comes to marketing,
I don't want to learn that.
you stick your fingers in your ears and go, la, 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 la. Oh, no, I cannot learn that. Oh.
Jimmy, this guy sees right through me. Shit.
He does. He's got you nailed.
Hey, what about Jimmy, though, Flynn? What's he doing? Is he going la la?
What's
too?
my problem?
Yeah.
Fuck. You know when you get your mates saying, oh, check out this horror film, check out that horror film. Your horror film, I'm literally going to kill my mates when I show them it. They're going to be looking at me like, okay, I gotta go now.
They'll be smiling and be like, yeah, let's check it out. And then their smiles will just start turning into gasp.
Yeah, pretty much.
At this point, literally once or twice a month, I get an email saying I ruined somebody's life with that movie.
Really?
I just got one last night, actually.
Sweet.
Like, I showed this to my friend, he stopped talking to me. Shit like that.
He just became a
somebody
porn
messaged
star.
me last night. Somebody messaged me last night and said during the dog sex scene, their friend vomited all over the place.
No, really?
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Oh, dude, you got it. Flynn, can he put that in the marketing material? Is that a good choice?
Yeah, you gotta do that, man. Get reaction videos.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Get the Fine Bros to do a reaction video. Yeah, that's it, man. You know that.
Yeah, the ones that do, like, the kids react and all that stuff.
Yeah, get kids.
I should send my movie to Kids React.
Yeah.
And then they'll have, like, a SWAT team sent to your house to arrest you.
Well, it won't be my fault.
It's my art.
Whoever showed it to him.
Well, you know, as you know, Flynn, doing animation, there's so many things you got to learn and do.
Yeah.
And, you know, for me, I know what I'm not good at and what I'm lacking at, but it's like we have to prioritize. Like, we can't be good at everything all the time. And so, as you probably know, you know, I've focused on this other stuff, and then now slowly I'm like, okay, like I put up a website for I Am Nightmare and some other ones. So I made a Facebook page for those, and I'm slowly, but I can understand it's frustrating from the outside if you know the way and then these dumbasses aren't going there.
Yeah, but wasn't it you that said, what's the point to having a website if it never updates itself? Nobody's going to look at it again?
Maybe. I was probably drunk.
Like, what I fully found, I found a really cool idea, is there's this other animator out there who we know is called Hot Diggity Demon. And what he does is, his website is Tumblr. Mm-hmm. So he's killing two birds with one stone. It's a social networking site, and it's a website you can just put the credits at the end of each video.
So yeah, what do you think about that? What do people think about that? Instead of having all these disparate elements consolidating and just having one place. But how do you choose what that place is? Is it Tumblr? Is it Facebook? Is it Twitter? Is it what?
Like, each one has its own credit doing its own thing. like Facebook is to go away and like I'm with my mates. Oh, yeah, check out this video. It's fucking funny. Friend request. And Twitter is like full of, I have something important to say. Please listen to me. And Tumblr, I fucking love it. Whoever invented it, because it's so organized. Like you've made a few
Flynn,
posts.
do you have OCD, Flynn?
Yes,
because you said it's so organized. I could hear the passion. Good. I could hear the passion in your voice.
So good.
As a fellow OCD sufferer, but yeah, Tumblr's it, huh?
Yeah, because you've made a few posts in the past, and I'm like, oh fuck, you made that really good post. How do I find it? Like, I have to scroll through all of them, you know?
Oh, so it's the tagging in Tumblr you're saying that makes it really organized. So that's assuming the person tags their stuff, right? Yeah,
true. That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, so
if you check out my website,
some tips on tagging. So what do we tag it as? Our name or what? Our movie?
Oh no, so you've got so many different posts. Like what I'm doing is, if I've got a film rant, I'll put a little tag underneath film rant. Or I've got a little pop culture cartoon, I'll click cartoon underneath it. So if everybody's scrolling through my website and they're like, oh fuck, I want to see a cartoon, they click on the cartoon tag and it's all the cartoons that come up.
And that's what people do. So because we're out of touch with what people do, Flynn. So you gotta let us know.
Oh, well, that's what I'm going to do anyway. And speaking of presentation, I want to ask you a question.
What do I know?
So, what do you want to be remembered as?
A big pimp.
A big pimp, okay.
Yep.
And that's it.
For being an original animated filmmaker.
Oh, okay. So you want to be remembered for the amazing shorts that you make and the amazing films that you make?
Features.
Yeah, well, I've subscribed to your channel, alright? And it's recommending me just stupid noise videos, and I'm like, okay. Like, I was the one that told you to make the personal account, and I was the one that made you do it.
Yeah, you were, that's right. To all those people's behest, we're like, where's your videos? Oh no! But I was like, hey man, this guy told me to. He knows what he's talking about, deleted it. Because I like deleting stuff, actually. Probably not a good thing, but...
Because it was one of your fans that said, where did they go? You want to put them back up?
Yep.
Because when you type in m.strange, all the other videos are coming up. What I'm just going to suggest is, what you got to do is get all the other videos, unlist them, but attach them to a playlist.
Mm-hmm.
So the people that know those videos, they know where to go to find them. But the problem is, when you type in m.strange into the YouTube search engine, you just want to show the best of the best stuff.
So how do you do that?
Well, make sure only the best of the best stuff is attached to your channel. Because if you unlist those other videos, they won't be in YouTube's search engine. People only find them if they've got the links to them. So that's what you got to do, is set a playlist, chuck them on the playlist, so all the other fans that do like them just say,
so you're saying if they're unlisted, if they still show up in a playlist. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Duh. Oh, I never thought about that. Yeah, you're totally right. That makes total sense. And the great tip from Flinnsane. So you're saying only have like your best shit, like actual public, so people will find it, and then everything else in a playlist, and then it's all there.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, that's a great idea. Because I did separate my stuff into playlists, like short films, music videos, all that stuff, but it's all public, so.
Definitely, man, yeah.
Sweet. Thanks. That's a great idea.
No problem.
See, and that's...
Because what I found is, everybody out there, even I am, literally is so much shit on YouTube. If it doesn't grab my attention in 30 seconds, I'm moving on.
Yeah.
And I've seen so many other fantastic filmmakers and animators, the ones that are in college or whatever, and they make it's just so fucking good. They upload it to the YouTube channel, and then the rest of it's just them videos of them pissing about with cats. Fucking bullshit.
So proper organization, tagging, those kind of things are.
Yeah, because what channels have you subscribed to?
Me?
Oh, both of you?
I have a shitload. Let's see. Rabbit Junk, Mega Steak Man, Strange Music, Dave Firth, Harry Partridge. I got like 200 or 300 or something.
Oh, yeah. Harry Partridge. You like him, do you?
Yeah.
But he does cartoons about pop culture. They're bad.
Yeah, every once in a while I like watching those. I mean, not that I know that much about pop culture, but then it'll motivate me to learn about that phenomenon. Like, I saw the cartoons making fun of Skyrim before I knew what Skyrim was. And then I was like, what's Skyrim? So...
You sound like an old man or a monk then. Like, what is this? Mysterious
what is this Skyrim?
Because, with, like, pop culture, it's like surfing, to stay on top of it. God, what's this? You got to be on, surfing on top of the wave all the time. And I'm like, I don't have time to do this shit. So every once in a while, I'm just like, what is this thing? Oh, this is pretty good. Oh, this sucks. And I go back into my cave.
Yes.
Because, that's, I think, the tough thing. I mean, to promote, you need to be on top of it. You need to be there. Like, being on Twitter, on Facebook, you need to be, like, present. And, to make stuff, it's hard because you can't be present and deep into your animation. It's like you have to switch back and forth, and it's a hard...
There's no really point to going on the social network, man, because I know a lot of the YouTubers or whatever, it's just, people are just focused on the cartoons. Who gives a shit what they're saying?
Yeah. Well...
But, like I said, like, what I'm planning to do is get in a Facebook page under my production company, which is going to be called mentalskull.com.
Sweet.
And people can go to my Facebook page, so just my videos are going to be uploaded to the Facebook page, and it's going to be, look, you like my stuff, press like, you like my Facebook, go and like it. And then I think I'm going to create a Twitter, but I'm not going to say anything. I might just say something like once a month. And I'm actually going to put a message up there saying, I do not update this, because Twitter is just a load of bollocks.
And it'll be to promote the film, right? It won't be a personal one. It'll just be like, or what will it be?
Oh shit! God damn it! Don't. Like I said, I'm juggling with bazillions of things, man. I don't know where to begin.
We just short-circuited his brain, Jimmy.
God damn it!
So I mean, because that's the thing. I mean, I guess some people like. I have a friend who works at, I forget the name of it, but what was that? There was this girl who was like really popular on YouTube, Lisa something, and she started like one of the first YouTube companies that's all monetizing all crazy. And he works there, and he was just telling me, they have it down to a science, like how to get views on YouTube and what works and blah, 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 blah. And that's what they do, but I mean, I'm not really interested in that. Like, we're playing different games, especially if we're making long form stuff and stuff that's not pop culture. So it's like, I see it as a game. You have to game it and play it right. And it's just like, well, I'm not playing that game right now, but because I'm, trying to get a handle on all these other things. But then when I do get a handle on them, I can start playing that game more and more. Or I'll have someone else do it for me.
Yeah, you've been saying that for a long time, but it's not, it's slowly getting you there,
But
like
but what you have to do is look at the career of other filmmakers and animators, and what is a long time? Like 10 years is not even a long time.
Dude, I completely agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. It's just that I've seen some, like, for example, if you take Angry Video Game Nerd, he wanted to be a filmmaker. But when he dies, his imprint on this earth is going to be on that guy, the one that done, the review of the video games. And that's all he's going to be. You won't be remembered as the really cool filmmaker, which is kind of sad because, you can just see there's a lot of passion in filmmaking. Have you ever seen Patrick Bowden?
Same with Red Letter Media. Yeah, that's the Iron Baby guy, right? That's all I know. He did the Iron Baby.
Yeah. Well, I actually looked at a few interviews of him, and what he was doing is he'd done actually a few pop culture cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's this one of there's the evolution of dance, but he done like a transformer toy doing all the dancing to it. So it's getting people to come along to find his video because he's actually infecting himself into the mainstream. So people, oh, look, this video is cool. Oh, there's a link to it with this other one, him. And it gives the audience a taste of what he's all about.
Or do they go, this isn't Transformers, bye?
Oh, no, so it's a bit of both. Transformers and that evolution of dance thing. And people actually stayed with his YouTube channel, and he's got a strong audience. So you got to be careful, because if you don't want to be remembered as that guy that does the stupid parody cartoons, do you? I don't want to be remembered as and then make those fucking retarded cartoons and parodies for the rest of your life. That's retarded.
Well, because, a lot of people, like a lot of smart marketing people like Seth Godin's a dude I follow, and, it's all about your reputation and your name and being very careful what it's associated with and how it's perceived, because like you're saying, once it sticks, you're like stuck.
Exactly, yeah.
And so I guess my philosophy is like, not many people know about me, but they know about me for what I want them to know about me for.
Yeah. So my style, if you haven't seen already, well, I haven't uploaded a lot of videos. And for the 8 subscribers that have been subscribed to me, they've actually watched me delete a few videos and upload a few more because, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, if you can't tell. All right?
I know you're making me feel like I'm absolutely worthless, Flynn. But you'll have more subscribers now because people will go check out your channel. We'll put it in the show notes.
True.
They'll be like, who is this articulate, intelligent young man who's also an animator on a podcast who's telling M. Strange Jimmy what they should be doing with their lives because they're fucking it up?
I'm a one-band filmmaker.
Wait, did I just hear a URL? What was that? What was that?
I was going to say, man, what is badassery all about?
It's about badassery.
Badassery.
Badass.
It's a man with a 6 foot with flaccid penis that headshots people in the head. I don't know what it's about.
Right. So it's taking the piss out of those old action movies and everything, isn't it?
It's when I see a Hollywood action movie, that's how I see it. It's so fucking stupid and ridiculous. That's my interpretation of it.
Well, what
just start taking real action scripts and just start redoing them.
Because I fucking love badassery, man. It's so fucking wicked. It's taking the piss out of everything that's so stupid about Hollywood.
So I shouldn't tell you that there's 4 episodes sitting storyboarded that aren't unmade.
So did
because I don't have time. But they're storyboarded and everything.
Because what I was going to suggest is, we're talking about all these YouTubers that fucking do those parody things. You should make a badassery style on pop culture or video game culture. Because those characters, they look sort of like Minecraft people on acid.
I have a written and storyboarded Minecraft badassery episode.
Oh, wicked.
Where they go into the world of Minecraft, one of the bad guys does, and he realizes people can't bend their arms. So then he gets rich by jerking people off in Minecraft and give them cool. And then Operative 69 has to go into that world and stop this dude who's cranking everybody's yank. And then I forget what happens. He gets a digital venereal disease. It's a reference to Jimmy.
Ha-ha!
And then I have another internet episode written called Fap Factory, where everyone disappears because they're all masturbating, so he has to go into the internet to like fucking kill the final boss of the internet. So it has all these pop culture internet references within it. So I wrote him, Flynn. I just haven't got around to animating him yet. Because I think you told me about that through an email or something. So I was like, all right, let me try my hand at this. Oh, Flynn's connection disappeared.
Whoa.
But this kid's right, Jimmy. He's right.
He's right about you, man.
That's what we needed. Yeah, that's a really good idea. So your videos will still be there if you unlist them, and then you'll just, people will look in your playlist, and there they are.
I don't really have a whole lot up, though, so I don't know. I don't have a whole lot to really split up like that.
Let's see what happens when we search for Jimmy Screamer Claus.
I think mostly my music comes up.
Your channel? Oh,
Tracks.
pretty good. The Where the Dead Go to Die trailer is the first video.
Woo!
And then the Forever Alone Filmmaking podcast.
Hello?
Hello, you're back.
He's back.
Yes.
We were YouTube searching Jimmy to see what comes up. So his movie trailer is his first video that comes up. Is he doing things right or wrong, Flynn?
Huh?
When you
Which one?
YouTube search Jimmy, like his Where the Dead Go to Die trailer is the first video, so that's good.
Yeah, man.
Okay. And when you search for me, it's me masturbating to gay animal porn. That's not good.
No.
Okay, I'll have to
That's not bad.
make it private. What about if it's not within your control? Because there's like these interviews and shit of me that they're on other people's channels. What do? I send drone strikes to their houses? What do I do? I DMCA them.
Yeah,
Flag
I could
them.
do, yeah.
Flag.
No, it's not just the search engine. It's, you know, when somebody finds a video that they really like,
Yep.
you click on the channel and you look at the 3 or the 5 most recent videos, and if they're all other really good content, then you probably subscribe. But if it's just, well, updates and all that bullshit, then you probably get bored.
Okay,
But the thing is, once people love you and your stuff, then they'll go out their way to find more about you. So that's why you've got the second channel, is to say, look, this channel is for all my really cool content. If you want to get to know more about me, check out this stuff.
Yeah, okay. So, let's say on my channel I have a Heartstring Marionette playlist, a Badassery playlist, a Dark-Sided playlist, and then I have recent uploads. So, is that good? If you go there, it's all, film stuff or shorts before it's the bullshit.
Yeah, just films and stuff. Something for people to look forward to.
Okay. So I'm getting there slowly, Flynn. I hear you. I know
Yes.
we're supposed to have had this conversation a long time ago, but, old Uncle M. Dot's a notorious lagger when it comes to things that are practical.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm running Python scripts. And I'm like, but Python scripts aren't going to help you. Get out there. And I was like, yeah, Python scripts. So,
Yeah.
but sometimes you need Python scripts.
Sometimes.
Python. Monty Python.
Yes.
Yes.
Monty Python scripts. So you want to hear a story that'll make you really angry, Flynn?
Okay.
Do you want to smack me in the face with a fish? So,
Okay.
when I was in Berlin for some thing, I don't know, I was drunk. I met the guy who was Terry Gilliam's producer.
Huh?
And the guy personally wanted to be my manager, right?
Yeah.
And was like, oh, it's great, I'm going to show this to Terry. Oh, let's do all these things. Da-da-da. And I just lost contact with him. At a dinner,
so many brushes with like Hollywood and stuff that
at like a dinner in Berlin in front of all these film people, they asked him, so what do you want to what are you going to do next? And he's like, I'm going to manage that M. Strange. And then I totally blew it. And like I mailed him some stuff or something, and then I just never. And I think he came to a talk I did in London, but then I didn't talk to him after because I was talking to my animator friends or something. I don't know. Does that make you angry, Flynn?
Well, no, I'm not really bothered, man.
Do you want to hit me with the fish?
No, the shoe or a massive foot or something. No, but don't worry, man. Yeah, because people like to think, like you said, that this magical fairy will come along and solve all the problems. You just got to get your head down, fucking grind.
And we figure it out, like I'm figuring out slowly over time, like, oh, this is how it works. Like I've had so many fucking epiphanies just in the last year, like, oh, this is how it goes. So, but as you know, when you're making a film, that's a whole other universe, all your characters and your story and the technicalities to get lost into. And it becomes so important because that's what you're doing. And then to come into this other world, and you're totally out of touch. So I just know for sure on I Am Nightmare, I'll be in a way better place than I was for the last project as far as promotion and being out there. So, but again, when I look at filmmaking careers, it's like I've put out 2 features. That's nothing. No, let me do 5, and then it'll be like, okay, maybe the world will be like, all right, this guy's established. She has 5 movies. So it's like, it seems like a long time to me sometimes, but I know it's just a drop in the bucket if you look at someone's filmography. Because when you discover a new director, you're like, oh, he's only made 2 movies. Okay. So
I want your power. Give me your power.
But from now on, Flynn, I'm going to be making a feature film every year. Putting them out every year.
Ah, dear God.
Yes. And I have a badassery feature film written, too.
Sweet.
But I think someone told me they thought that I should do that. Was it you?
I don't know.
Or you'll probably say a series. Just continue the series, right?
It's up to you, man.
Yeah, I really do love making badassery.
Yeah.
It's just that, like, how much are you into the technique of animation, Flynn? Are you like way into the technique? Do you get off on the technique, or no?
I used to be. I don't know, because the reason I haven't uploaded all my stuff is I've made a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I literally went, I'm gonna do experiments, and you go out your way to make shit, and then it is shit, and then you're like, oh, this is shit. But it only takes like an extra day or 2 extra days, and that it could have been a good quality piece of animation or a short film that you actually love, and you want to keep showing again. But I've got, I don't know, because I love 2D animation, I love claymation, and I love 3D. Every one has its advantage and its disadvantage.
Yeah.
Claymation is so scary. I don't care what anybody says. When I see claymation, that just freaks the hell out of me. Have you seen Bruce Bickford?
Yep. What was that guy? He was like unknown forever, and then there was a documentary, Frank Zappa or something they made?
That's it, yeah.
His Frank Zappa videos? Yeah. His like super liquidy claymation, right? He's a liquid dude.
That stuff trips me out, man. I just, I don't need to take drugs, I just need to watch
It's the Brothers Quay for me that does that.
Yeah, man.
So, but you're probably right, because, it's like all the stuff I made. I mean, there's a ton of shit I've made that I don't put online, because I don't want to be judged for that. So
Definitely, yeah. Like, what I'm good doing is I've got, like, 10 really good shorts in the bank. But they're just good shorts as it is. They're not viral material. What I see as viral material is something that you can just spread to your mates really quickly. Oh, check this out. Check this out.
It explains itself. It's easy to get, stuff like that, right?
Yeah, either you can do, like you're saying, something with pop culture references, or Pikachu or Mario or Batman or whatever. Although, you've seen the YOLO cartoon?
I was just going to mention that, yeah.
Oh, that is so hilarious, man. That guy's a genius.
So that one, is that pop culture? Or is that just, it's not really referencing anything. It's just, I guess, the world in general, which I think makes it cooler.
Yeah, it's just taking the piss out of everything. How about we get Jimmy back in the show? I think he's been left out.
Yeah, give it to Jimmy now. Come on, Flynn.
Oh boy, now is it my lecture time? Where did I go wrong with my life?
You should do it in old man voice too, Flynn. It'd be better.
Come on, Jimmy. Dance like a monkey.
You know what your problem is?
So, alright, yeah, God damn it. Do you want me to ask you a question? You're going to ask me a question. How did you guys meet? I was going to say.
How did me and M-Dot meet?
Yeah, how did you guys get to know each other anyway?
I emailed him to be in Heartstring Marionette, and I sent him Tainted Milk.
And I drank it, and I was like, it's just pretty good. We should be friends. Yeah, we, it's kind of cool to meet other people that do shit similar to what you do, and now Jimmy's my we're like Cinema 4D friends, right, Jimmy? We're like, oh, the renderer, so,
Except you actually know what you're talking about. I just kind of pull this shit out of my ass.
And then, I should be having to sit down.
I
and
just
talk to
fake
you.
it good enough to come up with a finished product. But I honestly really don't even know what I'm doing.
But Flynn, maybe you do too. But I, as a fucking OCD perfectionist tweaker, admire what Jimmy does and people that just like, nah, my idea. They just focus on their idea and don't really give a shit about the technicality. Like, I wish I could do that all the time. Like, that's what I try to do with Badassery, and I do. That's why it's so fun to do it. But, you know, I think that's awesome. It's like, dude, just, realize your idea. Who gives a shit about all this technical stuff?
Exactly, yeah.
I just kind of learn it as I go. I just figure it out on a shot-to-shot basis. Like, what do I need to do to make this shot happen? I'm like, fuck, how do I figure that out?
That terrifies me. Like, unless I understand exactly how everything works and I know that what's going to happen, then I don't do it usually. Mm-hmm. So, that's terrifying.
Yeah, but that's the way how I learn anyway. It's just, you've got a shot. All right, what are we going to do next?
Yeah, that's the way you should do it, like learning out of necessity, you know, rather than just trying to learn all these things that you don't know what you're going to need them for.
Yeah, because you're going to forget them anyway if you learn them, if you're never going to use them. And that's if you use them again.
Yeah, we were just talking about that I forgot how to composite, and I forgot how to render. So I've had to relearn it, because I've been focusing on all this promotional stuff.
Lovely.
You see what you did?
You got to get your ass on Newgrounds, man.
Can I get on Newgrounds?
Yeah, you just got to email Tom Fulp and be like, yo, bro, I need an MP4 upload permission, and he'll give it to you.
Really? I think I have an account there.
Just as soon as you go on the front page, you'll see Tom Fulp's name in the left top corner. And just click on him in private. He answered me like within 2 hours. Like, yeah, here you go.
Cool. Yeah, I guess in my head I'm just like, oh, Newgrounds Flash.
But then pretty much all my videos have like an under 2 rating. So.
Oh, I see. There's some 3D stuff on here on the front page.
Yeah, I saw a claymation thing on there the other day. I don't know if it's still there, but.
So what should I put on there, Flynn? Badassery?
Yeah.
That'd be good for that site.
Okay.
And just send him a message. Just send Tom a message saying, look, I'm just starting to upload my series. Can you just chuck this on the front page? And people will check it out.
Yeah, because you can't upload video files unless you get permission from him first, and then he adds it to your account. Otherwise, you can only upload SWIFT files.
Okay, let me sign up right now as we're speaking. Sorry about the typing. Flynn made me do it.
God damn it, Flynn.
God damn it.
Yes, I agree. So, Newgrounds. See, I never even thought about that. I was just like, Newgrounds, Flash. I don't do Flash. I'm not there.
Well, they put affection on the front page, and it got something like 67,000 views, and it only has 6,000 views on YouTube, so
nice.
It was a good way to get a lot of people to see something at once.
Yeah.
So it's not cool being the mysterious hero that no one knows about on the internet, huh, Flynn?
Yeah. I'm over it.
I'm just kidding. I'm over it too. But you know what I found out, Sue? When you're that guy that like nobody, like people don't know about, I think a lot of times people will cherish that and hoard it and not want to tell people because it's like, well, I know about this guy, no one else does, and I like that.
It's not just that. It's like with the other videos, they're just short and sweet. If you're at a party or like you're on Facebook, you can just say to your mates, check this cartoon out, or chuck it on your page. Like, if you're at a party or something, you can say, hey, just stop what you're doing and just watch Heartstring Bayonet for an hour and a half. It's not... It's...
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I've got one mate who is off his tits. He's running around like crazy. He's literally... He does take sugar every day. But, yeah, so when he's with us, he's like, look at all these funny videos. But when he's by himself, he's watching like Full Metal Jacket and movies just by himself, like.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's basically Heartstring Marionette. It's like one of those films.
You need to experience alone in a dark room,
Yes.
preferably nude.
It's a cinematic experience, and unlike this internet world we're entering, everybody just wanted something quick and stupid.
Yeah, it's like, these short videos are like they're like catchphrases, right? And a whole movie is like a fucking essay. And most people don't want to read an essay when they're online. They just want these, like memes, like catchphrases. Over 9,000, blah, 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 da, 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 da. That's what those videos are. And if you're creating full-length movies, it's like a fucking essay. And yeah, people don't want to listen to an essay. They do, but not when they're in, because too, and in those situations, like social situations, you don't want to be the asshole. It's like, well, actually, there was a story of a man, blah, blah, blah. You just want to go, fucking, tits are awesome, and, show them something.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, yeah, it's up to the creators to adapt to that and have material for all situations. Right?
Exactly, man. So that's what you just need to do. You just need to get that one video to go viral. Have your website and your channel just at the end of it. Just say, look, subscribe, here's my website. Then, once everybody loves your little short, they'll check out your other stuff. And bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, I guess, did you hear the episode with Terrence Walker?
Yeah.
So that's what I thought was kind of exciting that I forgot about with him. And like, if you are online and have your shit semi-available or available, we're all just a fucking click away or a post away from like, blowing up or, going over that edge, whatever it is. And we just got to keep putting stuff out there and arrange your stuff so that it is semi, easy to find, or if someone wants to like you or promote you, they can do it without working too hard.
Exactly.
Like, I know you had a similar situation, Flynn, where you were trying to get a hold of Indica from Pantherland, the composer. And so, like, he didn't have a website, right? Like, all these years, he's a, fucking dope band, cool performer, and he just didn't have any web presence at all besides a blog that hasn't been updated in 2 years. And I was like, well, as his friend and a fan, and I got web hosting, I was like, well, fuck, let me build him a website. So I put the site up, and then now that's, like, the one thing that exists. He doesn't even have a Facebook page. So compared to, like, what he's doing, I feel like a super genius of web promotion. But I need to set the bar higher, and I am.
Yeah.
Because if people have to work for your stuff, then odds are, people aren't going to find you because people aren't going to work for it. They're going to Google you, and if they can't find anything within the first couple fucking results or something or clicks, then you're gone, right? So we are aware. Me and Jimmy cry and have these talks off the air.
We do.
We're like, why does everybody hate us? Why?
They don't hate you.
And then I remember why they hate me.
And then we're like, then we get more depressed. We're like, they don't even hate us. They don't even know we exist. But you know why we're like this, Flynn? Because life has rewarded us for our bullshit behavior.
Damn right,
I don't fear rewarded.
Come on, Jimmy.
I feel punished.
No, you don't.
Don't tell me how I feel.
You're like taking naked pictures in the woods with fucking deer antlers and...
Hey, that wasn't in the woods, that was in the garage.
Animal hides.
Those are real animal bones. My crazy friend wanders through the woods. He knows where there's a deer graveyard. They were stored in my basement for a while.
Yeah, see? Like, life's rewarding. It's rewarding us. So we're like, hey, I must be doing things right. And that's why we are the way we are.
Never mind, I was going to say something funny, but I won't.
Okay. So that's how we get here. It's like, I guess you get what you... So far, I've gotten pretty much everything I've wanted from filmmaking. At a smaller scale. Now I just want to scale it up. So when you get that, it's like, okay, things aren't ideal, but I just know it's slow, and I think when you do it slow too, maybe that's a better way to do it than if you were to just fucking blow up overnight and have all this shit, and with something that is like pop culture and you're stuck with it forever. So
Exactly, man. Yeah.
So, at least I'm unknown, but I'm I'm known for being original. So, and I think you probably, if you listen to the podcast, you've heard my like open mic YouTube internet reference, right? Analogy.
Yes.
So I'm still waiting for the fart sounds to stop. You know, I'm still back there. If people don't know what I'm talking about, like, you know, I was on YouTube in like 2006 when it first started. And there was like a dude, Mr. Pregnant. Do you remember that? Does anybody remember that?
I don't know.
No.
It was like this dude who wore lipstick and like acted like he was pregnant and just made videos of making sounds like and and it was like one of the most popular at the beginning. So it just made me think that the internet or YouTube was just like a fucking open mic night, open stage, and at first everyone runs to the front and just makes fart sounds. And people are like, oh, fart sounds. And then there's people in the back maybe reciting their fucking deep poetry, but no one can hear them because of the fart sounds. And my thing was hopefully over time people would be like, yeah, I'm bored of these fart sounds. But now it's not just fart sounds, Flynn. What's at the front of the stage? It's all pop culture and tits.
Yep, pretty much.
Or it's pop culture utilizing the power of tits.
They do have power.
In misleading thumbnails.
Mm-hmm.
Or, what is it? It's just sensationalism. Man with the biggest arm. Or whatever. And like
I've actually kind of noticed a new YouTube scam. Because Ruby's always looking up like videos of sharks eating people and planes crashing. Like they're her two favorite YouTube subjects.
Mm-hmm.
But like there's this whole subculture of people who put up just like pictures of sharks. So when she looks for sharks attacks, she sees a picture of a shark and then, you know, sees a million views on it and she goes, yay, and then she clicks on it. It's just the picture of the shark.
Oh, yeah.
And they have ads on it and stuff. So it's like when people look for videos, there's somebody who already made what they're looking for that's not really what they're looking for, but they trick them into clicking on it so they get their 2 cents or whatever it is.
Yes. That's what you should do, Jimmy.
I was thinking about it, actually. Just like hang out with her for a couple days and see what she searches for.
What you should do is do something like cute little kids cartoon and have a little cute thumbnail, and then when people click on your video, then their brain will melt.
Hey Flynn, I'm making a kids movie right now.
Sweet.
But it's not actually a kids movie. But it looks like a kids movie.
How much of a kids movie is it actually?
Because Jimmy's a voice in it, so he's seen the horror and the true terror behind my kids movie.
I have. But I was going to say, how much of a kids movie is it like actually that kids will be able to watch it, or is it just structured like a kids movie?
Well, I can technically promote it as a kids movie. I can cut trailers and make it look like a kids movie. I can do all this shit to appear as a kid, and maybe the first 5-10 minutes could be a kids movie. So yeah, I can trick kids, parents, people, you know, like they'll put it on for their kids and they'll be like, oh, okay, this is good, and watch it for 3 minutes and then go away and then come back. I'm like, oh my god, what happened? So
horrible things do happen.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh.
Well, that's.
Oh yeah. Horrible. Horrible. Which makes it really weird because it, you know, the way I'm lighting it and the way the characters look and even some of the music is very, like, it's darker, but it's not like my normal fucking impending doom dark. It's like kind of still childish, so it's really weird to have this fucked up shit happen and my little character's like, fuck you, you know, with this whole childish theme. So trying new things, and I'm not like, I know in the past people were like, you're gonna sell out now, you're changing, but this isn't me trying to do anything. This is a natural story that I fucking wrote that I feel strongly about, and it's fucking dope, and the script makes me cry when I read it. So,
well, John Waters used to say that he thinks his most subversive movie is Hairspray, and it's because it's like as mainstream as possible, and it's PG, but it's still about a guy in drag, and like there's still all these undertones and stuff. So he considers that one of his most subversive movies because it's people don't know how, you know, kind of fucked up it actually is.
And I think, yeah, like one of the worst things you could probably do is just make shit trying to please people, or make shit that's trying to be popular. Because then it might be, but then a fucking year later or two, like if you're making stuff to try to please people, it probably has pop culture references, which are going to die soon. It turns over so fast. And then, you know, people are going to look back 10 years and be like, hey, let's watch that video about that hairspray commercial that was on in 2010. It's like, no. So
You're absolutely spot on, man. Make stuff that you want to see.
yeah, and that has fucking lasting appeal. That's not just spur of the moment, like what fucking Gangnam Style or whatever, however you say it. Like,
That's the most viewed video of all time.
I know, and in 10 years, if people want to, let's watch Gangnam Style. No, because it was a pop culture phenomenon. It's over. So, But you know what they'll do, Flynn? They'll go, let's watch Where the Dead Go to Die.
Will they?
They will, Jimmy.
But the animation is already dated.
Well,
it was dated when it came out.
But the animation is not the thing in your animated film. You just make animated films because that's the way you can make films. It's not like, you know, just like me. Like, dude, the fucking animation world pretends I don't exist.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times, like, I sent press releases and people have or try to contact fucking Animation World Network, which is supposedly about animation in the whole world. Pretend I don't exist. And I'm fine with that, but it's like...
I tried that, too. I tried emailing a whole bunch of those famous animation blogs and magazines and stuff. Not a single one answered me. Even when I had
It would be a different story if you had like 1,000 or 1,000,000 subscribers.
You think so? Because, dude, even...
I mean, maybe, but I mean, what if they don't even click on your YouTube, you know? What if it doesn't even get that far?
Even before fucking there were subscribers and followers, like when We Are the Strange got into Sundance and the trailers on the front page of YouTube in 2006, like that was as popular as you can get back then. Still nothing. Like even I think even I had a publicist at the time, and they tried to contact those sites, and they didn't. Yeah, for whatever reason, they were just they have to pretend that I don't exist. So, but it's fine with me.
So much, man.
I know.
You're fucking up the curve.
It's the rich get richer and the poor get, well, never seen.
Yeah, but there's an opportunity there, right? Everyone still has an opportunity.
Definitely, man. Yeah.
You just have to, you know, do what you do with it. And, you know, if you're out there and people pretending you don't exist, the best thing you can do is just keep making your stuff and keep getting better and better and better and better. Because over time, they'll either die and then you can stand on their grave and laugh, or they'll just fucking have to acknowledge you because you'll start getting more popular, more praise, and then they'll be like, oh, yeah, I remember I saw stuff in 2006, I loved it. Because I don't know if I told you the story of something that happened at Sundance when I talked to this, like, at one of the first screenings, my friend, he had a good idea to record people walking out of the movie.
Yeah,
right?
Dude, you don't need to say any of this. Everything you've said I've heard before. I'm not saying that on the bad
okay.
It's just that
just stop right there.
Stuff.
No. So, you know, I told the story about the girl.
The girl.
So there was
the tennis one, is it?
No. So on a Saturday, we filmed these people walking out of the movie, right? So in the video, and then the film screened on a Sunday too. So on a Saturday, my friends filmed these people, whatever. I didn't watch it. On a Sunday, I'm in my screening, and this girl comes up to me and is like, oh my God, I love your movie. It's so amazing. I just loved it. It was so great, blah, blah, blah. Just goes on and on about how much she loved it, right? On a Sunday. So then on Monday, I'm watching the footage from Saturday, and this girl's in the footage. Oh, it was terrible. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. Blah, blah, blah. About how much she hated it. Right? And then I'm there in person on the next day, and oh, I loved it. It was so amazing. So,
yeah.
It was, you know, that just showed me that people's sensibilities about what is good or what is bad, what they like and don't like, has nothing to do with them, and it just has to do with the status quo. So, like,
man.
You probably heard too. At a publicist gave me free consultation, and he was like, "All you need to do is get famous people to say something good about your work. That's all you need." So then, all those people who can't make up their own opinions, like, will be like, "Oh, it's great. Okay, I love it." So that's how the traditional press system works. They'll take something that's unknown, then pay fucking famous people or use their connections to say good things about it, and then the fucking masses, the status quo, are like, "Oh, I like it too because Marilyn Manson liked it," and then there you go. But if you're a fucking unknown person like me or Jimmy or you, Flynn, it's just like, you know, we're like thrown to the fucking wolves. It's like people really have to think about it and make a decision. And most of the time when you ask people, you know, their opinion, the first thing that comes out is negative. So that's how I see it. Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So, as long as we're having fun, having a good time, like what we're doing, we get to meet cool people like you and talk to people like you and Jimmy. Think, I'm doing it right.
Yes, yes.
So, my bank account doesn't reflect that.
Yeah,
but,
mine either. I'm late on rent again.
But I do own some Bitcoin somehow.
Oh, the Bitcoin.
That's another question I was going to ask you, man.
Oh, what's up?
Because I said I've just lost my job like a month or two ago, and I'm still like kind of looking for other work.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a freelancer at the moment, which is kind of good. It's getting bits and pieces in. It's by a professional alias, which I cannot and will not associate with my madness.
For sure.
Yes, for obvious reasons.
What do you do? Like design work or animation, motion graphics, or what do you do?
Just anything.
Really?
Because that's the good thing. Because I don't know where to begin, man. But I went to film school.
Do you know the Spite Your Face guys?
Which one?
Spite Your Face Productions. Tim Drodge and Tony Mines.
No, let me.
They did like they're known for they did this for the first Spider-Man movie. They did a Lego stop motion of that was awesome. And they're friends of mine from London. They're animators there. So just wondering if you knew those guys. They have a cool little studio. If not, you should look them up, dude. Every time I go to London, I try to meet up with them.
Spite Face, you said, yeah?
Spite Your Face Productions, yeah.
Alright, I'll check that out.
They're cool guys, and they're animators and designers. So, you should link up with them. And Christian, I don't know what part of the UK he's in, but we've had him on the show. He's a motion graphic designer and animator too.
Ah, sweet.
Christian Morgan, you should look him up too. Tell him that Strange sent you. Because, we need to stick together.
Sweet, yeah, these are the guys that done the Kickstarter campaign for that sci-fi one, wasn't it?
The Indiegogo, yeah, for their short film.
Yeah.
Which they blamed on me, because I think they came to my talk in London a year or two ago, and I guess they're like, we should just make this shit or something. So then they went and starred on that movie, because I was all, trying to motivate people to make their own shit. And those guys are dope. They have dope skills and all that stuff. So I'm like,
I can see you, man, yeah.
When I see people that have dope skills and good ideas, it's like, dude, put your stuff out there. Come on. There's all this crap out there by people who don't have good ideas. And they're putting it out there, so you got to make your mark. You got to urinate all over the world with your art.
Definitely, man, yeah. And take a nice big dump on the face.
Or just pee in the same corner over and over and hope people will wander into it.
Hopefully, yeah.
That's what I'm doing. I'm like, I'm pissing right here.
I'm not. Mine.
Yeah, you come here. Come here to the piss. Don't try to take the piss. Come to the piss. So, more badassery, huh, Flynn?
Yes. I don't know if I can say anymore, man. It's just time will tell, because there's a few things I thought would work. And I've seen other people successful with it, then you try it yourself and it doesn't work like.
Yeah, there's so many factors that go into it. I mean, the thing we don't know or we can't tell is that there may be people that seem like regular, normal, individual artists, but they could have publicists and fucking, agents and all this stuff, people working for them and doing shit and stuff going on behind the scenes where things are like, what I learned about film festivals is that the movies that say they're sold at the festival were actually sold in advance. And they just use the festival as like a launching platform to announce it. But it makes us think like, oh, I could go to a festival and get my movie bought. But it's like, no, it's not how it works. So I'm sure a lot of these internet people or whatever have, there's something, a lot more going on than it seems. Whether they're part of these bigger YouTube networks that fucking are all incestuous and inter-promote each other or whatever. But
I don't think it's that. It's just people get lucky.
That too.
But then again, there's no such thing as being lucky. It's creating your own luck.
Yeah. So let's see. if I made another a badassery episode, Flynn, should it be? I did write one a short one about pop culture. It's called Asshole Computers, and it's where Lincoln goes to the Apple Store to get his asshole phone fixed. Would that be a smart one?
Go for it, man.
Do that when I hate iPhones.
Sure, I'll read you part of it. Let's see what people think. Okay, so Lincoln's talking to Opera 69. This damn asshole phone doesn't work as expected. What do you expect? It was made by asshole computers. I better take it back to the asshole store. Interior asshole store night. Lincoln stands talking to an asshole genius. Hi, I'm a pompous asshole. How can I convince you to buy some bullshit you don't need with additional accessories for $79.99? My asshole phone only lets me talk to douchebags or buy like totally gay bullshit. What did you expect it to do? Be my friend? You have no friends, but you will if you purchase an asshole pod or asshole pad. Take that pod or pad and shove it up your ass. Huh, what do you think we all do when we're in the back? That's just part of it.
Genius, man.
So things like that, right? See, I can think of them, I just don't make them. I did a Scientology episode, too. It's called Nazi Scientologist from the Moon, where he goes to the moon. And there's a giant penis, like literally monsters.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah. So, and I wrote one about the TSA, too. Like when people were complaining about the TSA and the gropings. I just didn't make it, so...
But you have all these scripts just sitting around waiting.
Dude, I have scripts and storyboards.
Well, look at you.
I guess I was just, I was just sitting around like, I'll have an assistant. We'll just animate them for me.
What happened?
Get your imaginary friend to do it.
I don't. Well, maybe I could. Maybe I was, like I did that one bad joke episode where Raquel animated it.
Well, dude. Shit, man. I gotta go.
Okay.
I gotta fight the Nazis.
I gotta go. There's trouble.
The Nazis are coming back. Sorry, man.
Okay, you get them.
All right, I'll catch you after. All right.
Okay.
Ciao, man.
Okay, bye. That was pretty sweet.
That was the best guest leaving situation ever. Fuck, the alarm's going off. I gotta go.
Hey, that Flynn's a pretty cool guy. We should have talked to him sooner.
Yes, he's a nice fellow.
I just thought he was going to yell at me.
He probably would have if he wasn't on the air.
Because you were here, Jimmy.
We should have lied to him.
I'm glad you were here, Jimmy.
We should have just recorded the conversation without him knowing and then be like, oh, by the way.
Okay, I feel safe now. The bad man is gone. No, but see, it's like, he's totally right about all those things. And like I'm figuring these things out slowly. It's just as a creator, there are decisions you got to make. And you have to, it's about your level of desperation for stuff, right? It's like, obviously, Jimmy, if you can't pay the fucking rent.
Yes, that is a big deal.
Okay.
I got the rent text message today.
You did?
That's the only time the landlord communicates with me is he texts me, rent? With a question mark. And then I say, sorry. And that's it. That's our communication.
You don't even put a sad face?
Well, I usually give him some long-winded excuse.
You're like, I'm really sick, and also my family is sick, and my dog is sick, and also the economy.
I've been trapped. I'm going a little nutty because I've been trapped in the house for like 2 weeks now because my car's been in the shop. I don't have any weed. I don't have any money.
Oh.
And I'm fucking going bonkers.
Oh.
I'm animating a lot.
Hey.
But my mental sanity is definitely...
Dude, well, that's all that's important is you're animating.
I haven't seen a human in like 2 weeks. Like any at all.
Really?
Yes. Ruby went home. She was here for like a month, but she had to go home and do some stuff. So now I've just been sitting completely alone in the middle of nowhere with no drugs and no car.
That's a great story. I mean, I know it's personal hell for you, Jimmy, but in the end, it's a great story.
Is it?
That could be...
I guess we have to see how it ends first.
That could be the intro for the book for the new movie.
I have no drugs, no friends,
It's whatever. It's
no vehicle.
It's 10 degrees outside. I'm surrounded by
Warm out.
dying.
Actually, it's been raining. It's been raining a lot, so I haven't even been able to really go outside.
Yeah,
it looks nice today. Today I can go outside, I guess.
No, dude, that's not marketable.
It's not.
No, it's cold and gray.
It is very cold and gray.
I'm thinking about my own life and my own death. What did life bring me to this moment?
I got my fireworks job, though, and back for 2 weeks. Or actually, it's only 1 week. So that's cool.
Yeah, I've been trying all kinds of different promotional shit online to get pre-orders, and it's been working good for pre-orders, but not sales of the movie. Which
see, I thought about doing the pre-order thing, but I feel like that will hurt me if I want to try and like submit it to bigger festivals or.
But dude, if you sell it privately, that doesn't harm you. That's just like showing it to your friends.
I mean, but what if it leaks then? You know, what if?
Well, that's not your fault.
It's not your fault, but I mean, I have friends who've made movies. We're about to sell them to companies like Lionsgate and Anchor Bay and stuff, and then they ended up on Pirate Bay, and they're like, "Oh, never mind."
Really?
It's happened to my friend Brandon Slagle, actually, who I've been trying to get on the podcast, but just never works out. But yeah, he made. Like him and his girlfriend Devaney Pinn, they're both in my movies, both like all my movies. But they make like a whole bunch of movies together. Like they make them pretty fast, and then they just go out and try to sell them. And they were in negotiations with Lionsgate for one and Anchor Bay for another one, and they were sending it around for a review. And one of the reviewers took the unfinished movie. It was like the review cut or the festival cut or whatever, and put it on Pirate Bay, and it got 10,000 downloads or whatever, just because it was a new 2000 whatever movie, whatever year it was.
Reviewer did that, or they didn't know? They just sent it out for review, and someone did that.
They eventually tracked it down to which reviewer did do it. But yeah, then Lionsgate was like, well, it's already out now. It's not a new movie anymore. They lost the sale as a result.
Damn.
So knowing that, I'm kind of wary about doing the pre-orders too, because if I want to try to get into bigger festivals or if I want to try to sell it to a bigger company or whatever, which, I kind of want to do, then I just fear like, then I got to, worry about that.
Okay, well, what if you made it a private YouTube link and just gave them access to that?
Yeah, I guess you could do that, but...
I mean, they could fucking rip, but dude, I think people that are going to pre-order your stuff, like you and care about your stuff. So I don't think anybody that sees how much hard work you're doing going through it would fucking like, I'm going to put this up just because information is free. Like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no one fucking pirated Heartstring Marionette. They took the one that I put as a torrent, downloaded that, and put that out there.
Well, I mean, but that is technically pirating, isn't it?
No, well, I put the torrent up. So, I made a torrent, I put it up for free, then people downloaded that and distributed that. Yeah,
but I mean, you also, own the movie and all the sales go completely to you and stuff, and you weren't trying to get in, you weren't trying to do the big festival thing or any of that kind of stuff. So putting it on Pirate Bay for you was fine because you weren't trying to get an outside party involved.
Yeah,
I'm saying like because I don't want to limit my options to only being able to release it by myself, which I don't have a problem doing, but I would like to try the real way first.
No, I'm not saying I'm right, but I think if your shit is good enough, or if people really fucking want it, they don't care. They still buy it. They still distribute it. They still put it on a film festival. If they're on the fence about it, sure, it could push them over the edge. But if it's something they feel that strongly about, they don't give a shit.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. I don't know. Just I don't want to limit my options just yet,
Yeah.
Even if, pre-orders would maybe help me.
Because, there's been fucking movies that, were released years prior and then play at Sundance or big fucking film festivals. It's just... Or get distribution. There's been films that, been on the internet, got distribution. It's just about how much people like them or want them.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Now, again, I'm not saying I'm right. Like, what the fuck do I know about business? It's just like...
Well, I mean, it's a hypothetical situation either way, so...
Yeah, like, film distribution, it's like, okay, if their market isn't any bigger than 10,000 people and then 10,000 people download it, they'll be like, no. But if they think, fucking million people could see this shit, whatever, it'd be like, for sure. But if they're on the fence, so I want to believe that I'm going to make stuff that people are either going to fucking love or hate. And if they're in the middle, then whatever, then this project kind of sucks anyway, so go on to another one. It's kind of a fucking live or die.
For this movie, I just want to try. I don't know if I can actually accomplish it, but I want to try to kind of make some good amount of money, you know?
For sure.
'Cause, I mean, I've been getting royalties almost every month now since the year changed, since the beginning of the year. But I mean, it's still not enough to really change my life.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's probably your first movie, and then on your second one, third one, then hopefully we should be able to. I didn't figure it out on my last one.
Yeah.
Because I didn't do everything that I should because I was too emotional.
I mean, at this point, distribution is really the only hurdle we have to overcome.
Marketing and distribution now.
Yeah, I mean, we know how to make a movie now. We know how to get actors in our movies. We know how to do all those things, you know? But it's like you get done with it, and it's like, fuck, how do I pay the bills with this thing?
And with the new movie, I'm trying new things. You know, I already put the site up, imnightmarefilm.com. And with my voice actors, it just happened to fall that, you know, when I was looking for voice actors I just looked on YouTube. I just looked for people's demo reels. Mm-hmm. And then I stumbled across, or I remembered that I had seen a viral video of this girl doing all the voices of Pokemon. Mm-hmm. And I thought of those voices, and I was like, oh, you know, and then so I emailed her about, like, I emailed the other people, and I eventually got her. So one of the people that does 5 voices in my movie is like a famous YouTube person. Mm-hmm. Brizzy
They're both
voices.
famous, aren't they?
No, the other dude, he's not, like, he's just, you know, he's on there with his voice stuff, but he's not like out there like she is. Oh. So that's something different I did, that I got someone who's really, and I got them because I thought they would be super good at the voices, and they were, but they're really popular in some online sphere with like 200 or 300,000 followers or whatever. So
is she mainly famous because of that Pokemon video? Like, yeah, that was her big claim to fame or whatever?
Yeah, and now she does all these, like, voices of, like, she'll do all the voices of The Simpsons or Family Guy or all the voices from, you know, that's like her thing, doing all the voices, yeah. So,
that's cool that now she'll be an original movie, too.
Yeah, and that's what I saw somebody who was super talented and want to be a voice actor, so I was like, oh, I bet they'd be stoked about, you know, doing their own characters. So since, you know, I can sell the film online like I did with Heartstring Marionette, then this is a person who has a big online audience, and I have the affiliate program so they can get half of the fucking profits. Mm-hmm. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out, because, you know, potentially it could do really well, make a bunch of money for her and for me. So I'm doing new things, I'm trying different things, and let's see how it works out.
I guess that's all we can do at this point.
Yeah, that's what I always say to, is that as long as you're trying new shit, if you're doing the same exact thing and then you're not where you want to be, it's like, well, come on now. But if you're actually trying and changing, you're changing. And it's not, you know, it's not there yet, but as long as you're changing and trying to change, that's all you can do. Mm-hmm. So I know that I'm doing different things. I built a website, like one that normal people can actually fucking navigate. I made a Facebook page for the movie. I'm like putting updates out, and I got voice actors that were known, and, you know, so that's all we could do, Jimmy.
Why is life so hard?
Because if it was easy, we'd just kill ourselves.
Oh.
I mean, it's hard because we make it hard.
Do we?
Yeah, because we're stubborn.
It's everyone else's fault.
No, this is what someone told me, and it's fucking true. It's because we don't compromise.
Yeah.
You could easily compromise and make shit that you think would be popular. You could. You could work with people that are popular or whatever. You could change your stuff. So could I, but we don't. We don't compromise. So it's not easy. We could make pop culture shit. You can kick out a fucking 30-second animation once a week, and so could I with fucking pop. I could do one every day, but that's not why we do it.
But I feel like with Where the Dead Go to Die anyway, I feel like if it wasn't as fucked up and crazy as it was, nobody would have really even noticed. Like if I would have just made an animated, horror slasher movie, like an animated Jason movie, I don't think anyone really gave a shit.
Well, dude, if We Are the Strange wasn't so fucking weird, same thing.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like if we did mainstream down the line stuff, I don't know if it would really benefit us.
Well,
I don't know if anyone would have seen it.
Not in the long run, but if we were doing pop culture reference animations now and put them on YouTube and did that whole hustle, we'd be more popular and have more followers. But what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I know people know how to monetize their followers. If you have 100,000 followers, you can turn into this much money, but that's not why I'm in it. I'm not out there to fucking monetize my audience. So it's just we don't compromise. I didn't realize that till a friend told me that years ago. He's like, well, and then there's you who doesn't compromise at all. And I'm like, oh yeah, I guess people do compromise in their life. And fucking in their art, in their work, in their life. People compromise. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, this is what I'm going to do. And if I can't do that, I'll just set myself on fire. That's the way it is.
I threaten my mom with stuff like that all the time. She's like, why don't you just get a job? I was like, I'll die first, Mom. I'll die first.
Yep. I used that one 2 years back. But it's fucking true. Like, if I can't, I mean, it sounds like a spoiled baby, but you kind of have to be part spoiled baby to be a fucking artist and do your own shit, because you have to rebel against everyone and everything. Because earlier on, people would try to tell me, you should be doing this and do that. And I was like, no, fuck you. I'll just kill myself. And then now
I'll just die. I don't give a fuck. I'll die.
Yeah, and now
that's what I say to people all the time.
I mean, I'm not rich and famous or anything, but now those same people are like, it's good that you did what you did. You made the right choices. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, that's fucking right. But, no one's gonna agree with you when you're starting out, or I'm still fucking unknown. But like people are just gonna say what they say because they care about you and don't want to see you end up homeless and alone. Or whatever it may be. The truth is, they just want you to fucking be a part of the status quo and do what they did, or what they saw on fucking TV or whatever. But once you know that, or you just have to look at other people. The people that we look up to or we admire in their work. Look at what they did and the decisions they made. And then when you see them now, like John Waters or David Lynch or whatever, and they're like famous and happy and all over the place, and all these people admire them. But then if you look back into their careers, I'm like, I was like living in this trailer and didn't have any money, and
I've noticed that too.
I was depressed and I thought I was dead, and it's kind of like a Darwinism that's built in, because you get in these shitty moments, and then it's your desire to realize your idea or succeed that's going to drive you to surpass it, or you're going to give up or die or fucking whatever. So.
And now that I turned 30, I've been real obsessed with looking up at like what age directors released their first movie or whatever, and how big their first movie got.
I used to do that too.
I do it all the time. David Lynch was 30 when he released Eraserhead.
Yeah, and it was years before he got anything from it.
Well, I mean, he got Elephant Man pretty quick, didn't he?
I don't think so. Let's look.
Because I think didn't Mel Brooks see Eraserhead at a midnight screening and he's like, this is the guy we should get to direct?
Yeah, but David Lynch's Eraserhead got rejected from all the film festivals except for the Los Angeles Film Festival, which wasn't like a big one or anything. And then some fucking projectionist or dude who worked theater was like, hey, can we play it as a midnight movie? And then it played there for a long time, and then people from the business saw it and then eventually came to respect him, so...
I watched a real good documentary about that. It was called Midnight Movies, actually.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah, it was Pink Flamingos, Eraserhead, El Topo, and I forget what the fourth movie was. I think it was a blaxploitation movie.
So he got Elephant Man 3 years after Eraserhead.
Okay.
So that's pretty fast. But so he was 33 when he got a Hollywood movie. But when I saw that documentary, and I was like, "Fuck, that's what like me and Jimmy are." But where are the midnight movies of today?
That's the thing, is that there's not really that way to do that like that anymore.
What is the new midnight movie? It's not YouTube.
Because it was like when they did those midnight movies, they didn't know, good shit was going to happen out of it. They're like, fuck it, weirdos might come to see this, and then it turned into a huge thing.
Yeah, so where are those fucking midnight movies now?
Well, that's the thing is people try now. Now they have, like the genre festivals and...
Is it a festival, though? Because, I mean, that shit, it would just be, like, in your town, every Saturday you could go and, watch these movies. And there's a midnight movie here in my town, but they just play The Fucking Room.
Yeah. They do it in my town sometimes, too, but it's always, movies that are already established. Like, there'll be Eraserhead screenings or Toxic Avenger or, whatever popular midnight movies there are out there.
Yeah, so how do we... What is that? What is that thing? How do we get there?
Grindhouse theaters, we need to bring back those too.
Those are like the... Yeah, I've been waiting, with the advent of fucking cheap projectors.
Mm-hmm.
And, you could have one of those theaters really cheap. I had a whole fucking idea planned that I gave out for free. I put it on Facebook when I was still on there in like 2008 or something. I should have saved the fucking file. But I came up with my design, my business plan, sort of, for a new type of digital theater. I was like, someone make this shit. This would be awesome. But I'll have to go find it or write that up or something again.
I remember when theaters were first switching over to digital projection, people were saying, like, you'll be able to email your movie right into the theater. But now it's like, no, you really can't, because if you're nobody, then...
Well, and they have all this stupid encryption and all this bullshit.
Well, I mean, I remember that was the big... the big selling point, though. They're like, see, if we switch over to this new system, anybody will be able to send their movie in without having to get film prints made and blah, 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 blah. But then they just, cut out the little guy anyway.
Yeah.
And really, they just made it cheaper for themselves.
Sort of. Well, the studios did, but they still charge the fucking theaters the same price.
Uh-huh. But now they don't have to make prints, which, I mean, in the end, it's better for people like us anyway. Because if we had to make film prints out of our movies, that'd bankrupt us. Was that $100,000?
But now that you have to make a DRM fucking D-Cinema package, blah, 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 which ends up costing, similar to a fucking print anyway.
Does it?
Yeah. Because it has to be authorized and blah, blah, blah. But, hey, that was a good episode, wasn't it, Jimmy?
Good random episode.
Thanks to Flinnsane out there for being on the show. Glad I finally got to talk to the guy. He has really good ideas, and he's a pretty cool guy. Hopefully he'll survive whatever apocalypse was coming upon him.
That was really funny.
Hopefully he's still alive, but go check his stuff out. I'll put his links in the show notes. And, yeah, thanks everybody for listening or listening to this on YouTube. Till next time, Forever Alone Filmmaking. Goodbye. I'm ending the show because I really have to piss.
Uh-oh.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Forever Alone Filmmaking podcast. If you have any questions or comments, please ask them wherever this shite is posted. Subscribe to the podcast in iTunes or tell a friend, if you have any. But if you don't, it ain't no thing, wanker. Make your movies anyway. It isn't easy, but somebody has to do it. Because Hollywood fucking sucks.
I will